Hey y'all, it's Nicole with Life in a Blender, and I am actually going to attempt this video. It's not going to be one that has a ton of eye contact because obviously I am in my car and this time I am driving. But there was something on my mind today, and I'll probably make more eye contact as I come up to like red lights and things. But this was on my mind, so I needed to just kind of talk it out. Today I was talking with a friend who is very, very into Disney, like me. And, you know, it's kind of we joke and say it's a hazard of what we do, given that we both work with children. You know, we're exposed to the movies and all of that. But truthfully, I was a Disney girl before I was ever a preschool teacher. So it's just one of those things. Like, I was a Disney girl before, now I just get to, you know, use that as a convenient excuse as to why I know all the songs. If I ever feel like judged, which, quite frankly, I don't care. But anyway, so we were discussing how Disney has had such an impact in our life, and we were talking about how the kids now don't necessarily know the older Disney movie songs like we do. We were having a dance party today, and, you know, I turned on the Disney list or whatever, and it was playing like the classic songs from Little Mermaid, and one of the kids goes, "What song is this? What movie is this from?" And I was like, "What do you mean, what movie is this from? Like, this is Little Mermaid." No, it's not. Trust me, sweetheart. I know it's Little Mermaid, and I know all the words to it, but that is so not the point. And just in case you're wondering, it was the Kiss the Girl song. And, not Kiss Your Girl, Kiss the Girl. But, anyway, so it was one of those things where, we were talking about how, you know, these movies had kind of defined our childhood, and we related to these movies in specific ways. And, it was kind of interesting because we had this conversation, and we were talking about how movies define us. Songs and movies define these moments in our life. You know, we're attracted to certain things in a song or in a movie because we can find it relatable. And it got me thinking, like, is there a Disney song or a Disney movie that I feel like currently, that's out, obviously, that just really, like, resonates with me? Not just I like the movie, not just I like the song, but is there one out there that kind of works as a theme song for my life? And I'll be honest, there were a couple of them that came to mind, and they were, there are 3 different movies that came to mind, well, 4. 4. There were 4 movies that came to mind, 4 different songs. No, 3 movies, 4 songs. That's how it works. There's 2 from the past and 2 from the present. One of those songs is more like the grown-up me, and it's a song that is relatable because of just like life and how the romantic side of things kind of tends to play out for me. Like, I'm not the girl who like constantly wants to go pick up guys. Like, that's not me. That's not my style. I tend to try to get to know somebody and then, you know, let things progress naturally. And so the song that came to mind was a song from Beauty and the Beast called Something There. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorites from my childhood, and it's, you know, that song that just kind of defines how I like to approach relationships. It wasn't, you know, guy specific. It's just kind of how I do things. And I'm sorry that the lighting sucks. I'm now driving towards the sun. In a minute, it will go behind those clouds. Hopefully, it will improve. Horrible shadows, though. But anyway, so that's one of the songs. The other one that came to mind from when I was a kid, and it's more of like a philosophical song, is from Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind. And, in that song, if you've seen the movie, you know that, she's trying to give John Smith perspective, trying to bring him to this awareness that, it's not, he can't own the world and, just take ownership just because he is in a new place and, whatever. It talks about how we're all connected and that kind of thing. And that's something that really, really, really stuck with me when I was a kid, like, severely. And I'm sorry about the background noise. This is a fun road to drive on. Not really. But it's one of those things where that song, being that song, it resonates with me now as an adult in a multitude of ways, from my thoughts on how we interact with nature, how we take care of the planet, or don't in most cases. Just that kind of thing is what came to mind. But when I was a kid, like, I'm an outdoor girl. Like, please let me go outside and play in the dirt and in the mud and in whatever. Like, I'm not afraid to get dirty. I'm not afraid to, go out and have some fun. And yes, I was talking with both my hands. I will not do that again. But it's one of those things where it resonated with me as a child, and it continues to resonate with me now. Just kind of shapes kind of what I think about things. Another is How Far I'll Go from Moana. And in that song, it talks about being the perfect daughter. And man, is that song relatable. Because I, for a very long time, wanted to be that perfect daughter. Wanted to be, strive for that. And, it's a song that really just kind of, defined me as, if I take that song and apply it to me before my 20s, and even kind of into my 20s, like, that's me as a kid. Like, I wanted to be the perfect child, not because I wanted recognition as, oh, you're the perfect child, but I wanted to be the one that set the right example, the one that made everybody proud, the one, that just, I wanted to be the one that was perfect, that lived up to the expectations set out for me. And then the last song that comes to mind, actually it was the first song that comes to mind, but it's the last one that I'm mentioning. And it's, everybody knows this song. Everybody knows this song, whether you've seen this movie or not. You know this song, and as soon as I tell you what the movie is, you're gonna know what song it's gonna be, or probably, especially if you're around kids. But this particular song, I'm gonna see if I can describe it before I end up having to tell you what it is. This particular song talks about kind of breaking through the walls that we set up for ourselves, and breaking through and finally deciding that we can be independent of those opinions of others, and embrace our individuality, let go of some of the restrictions that our family and our friends and that society puts on us, and just kind of embrace who we really are. I don't know that people really expect songs with such depth from Disney. It's not until they actually stop and sit down and think about it, maybe, that they realize that they're there. I expect it from Disney because I grew up with Disney, and Disney's awesome, in my opinion. But the song that comes to mind is Let It Go from Frozen. And in this whole song, she's talking about how she's, been kind of keeping everything bottled up, and she's tried to be that perfect daughter. She's tried to be the perfect ruler, or wants to be the perfect ruler, and all of that. And there's a line in the song where she says, "The cold never bothered me anyway." And it made me think, I was playing it today, and it made me think, my kids were in my class, were dancing around to it, and, it hit that line. And I thought, that could probably be my theme song, or at least that piece could really be, applied to me in general. Like, the cold never bothered me anyway. There are things in my life, and this is why my channel is partially named Life in a Blender. The things in my life, I've had to embrace the chaos. And in her case, she had to embrace the cold. So, I don't know. I find that song extremely relatable. I know I am not the only person who does. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there because I can't be the only person who feels like Disney or some other, it doesn't have to be Disney. It could be comic books. It could be, your favorite Marvel superhero. It could be your favorite DC superhero. It could be Star Wars. It could be Star Trek. I don't care what it is. There is something that you feel can kind of define some character or song or, time period that you'll find that something like that overlaps with, that really kind of helps you shape. It kind of shapes how you looked at things. It kind of helps you through something. It, whatever. Good storytelling, good songs that are done well, that's kind of their entire point. And, everybody knows Disney, and I don't know, I feel like it's extremely relatable, and I really enjoy Disney even now. Like, I will happily go on a date to a Disney movie. Like, no hesitation at all. I'd rather go watch a Disney movie than the latest rom-com. Like, that's just me. Whatever. But the thing about it is that it's relatable, and it's relatable, and it's familiar, and it's fun, and they continue to kind of shape things. And so it made me think, like, what songs and what movies are going to come out that are going to shape, my nieces and nephews. By the end of this year, I will have 11 nieces and nephews, and I, of course, am going to show them all the classic Disney. But what new, exciting, fun things are going to come out? How will any of it shape and impact their life? How does any of it shape and impact yours? Has it? That's my question for you. Leave it in the comments section below. If you take just a minute, we can start a conversation about it. Beyond just me rambling in my car as I drive down the road. Thankfully, traffic is fairly light for right now, for this time of day. For me, it's like 5:30 in the afternoon. Everybody's off work. But because I am driving away from where everybody's driving to, traffic on this side is a little lighter. I get to do that, both going to work and coming home from work, which is nice. But anyway, I digress. So that's just kind of what I wanted to throw out there. Like, is there something in your life, some song, some movie, it doesn't have to be Disney, that has really kind of been a favorite for you? Something that kind of could define a period in your life or a time in your life that you just find extremely relatable. And, if somebody thought of you, like, would they think of this song? That's kind of where I ended up with all of this rambling. And I don't even know if this is going to help anybody, but maybe it'll make you smile and laugh, because I'm sitting here comparing Disney songs and relating them to me, and real life things. Like, maybe it'll make you think. Who knows? I don't know. But I hope that all of you, see, I said that about traffic, and now traffic wants to slow to a crawl. I should know better. You don't talk about traffic until you're out of it. But at least it's not raining. And I can say that because we're not supposed to get any rain for at least another day. And it's clear skies for me right now. So I'm rambling, and I'm going to close this video because I really don't want to go into the 17-minute mark if I can help it. So I hope all of you have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend, because that's hopefully when this video will be up. And I will talk to all of you very, very soon in my next video. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.